Emotions on, fuse and fire before the dawn. Headlines drop and the stories roll. Start your day with the morning roll. The morning roll. The morning roll.
What's up? Welcome to the Morning Roll. I'm Ryder, here to cut through the noise and get you what matters in the world of online betting and casino. You know the drill. Sharp stories, no fluff. Let's roll. All right, let's start with YouTube. Big update. As of March 19th, they're throwing age gates on gambling content. So if you're not signed in or you're under 18, you're locked out. But, and this is key, they're making two exceptions. Content about online sports betting and in-person casino gambling is still okay. This is more about slamming the brakes on crypto streams and shady promos. Still, for affiliates and influencers, time to clean up your house. This is probably just the start of platforms stepping in. Now let's talk about Drake. Yeah, Champagne Papi himself says he pulled in $40 million playing roulette on the Stake app while chilling at Dave & Buster's. Look, no one's seen receipts, but the internet sure doesn't care. This story went full viral, and here's the thing. Stake ain't legal in the US, but it's popping off thanks to celebrity clout. For legit operators fighting for regulated market share. This kind of thing's like, trying to play defense with one shoe off. Offshore names keep sneaking in the spotlight, and it's making the divide between legal and gray a whole lot blurrier. Now, here's one that hits close to home for a lot of folks. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says stop using credit cards to fund your betting accounts. Turns out most of the time, it counts as a cash advance, which means you get hit with fees and sky-high interest from the jump. $20 turns into 30 real fast, and not in a good way. They're pushing states to either ban credit card deposits, like Iowa and Massachusetts already did, or at least make sure the costs are crystal clear. It's not flashy, but this one's real. Operators need to get ahead of it, and bettors, use a debit card. Please. Now, over to NPR. They dropped a report that should make some people sit up. Sports betting is now live in 38 states, and Americans bet over $3 billion on March Madness this year. But help for folks with gambling problems? Not keeping up. There's barely any federal support, wait times are long, and counselors say more and more young people are getting in deep. The social costs, healthcare, legal trouble, everything, could be over $14 billion a year. Some states earmark a slice of taxes for treatment, but it's scattershot. Point is, we're building fast. But the safety net? Still full of holes. All right, big legislative swing coming out of Arkansas. A new bill just landed that would make online casinos fully legal. Slots, table games, live dealers, the whole deal. It also takes a swing at unlicensed offshore operators with stricter penalties baked in. This is the first real move on iGaming down there, and while it's just a bill for now, it kicks off a statewide conversation. If it passes, Arkansas joins the few states going full online. Either way, the momentum's worth watching. Maryland, yeah, they just gave a polite no thanks to the governor's plan to double the sportsbook tax. Instead of jumping from 15 to 30%, lawmakers voted to bump it to 20%. They also said no to a hike on casino table games. It's a bit of a Goldilocks move. Still more revenue, but not enough to scare off operators. Maryland's following a trend here. Ohio bumped their rate. Illinois already did a tiered system. And you better believe other states are watching. The team over at Straight to the Point, they've got a new episode out, and it's worth the listen. They're talking about a regulatory reckoning across the U.S. You've got states like New York clamping down on sweepstakes sites, and more resistance popping up to full-blown iGaming legalization in places like Illinois. At the same time, novel stuff like prediction markets are skirting old-school laws, and offshore platforms are still kicking. Basically, the patchwork is stretching, and the pressure's building to do things cleaner, or harder. And yeah, speaking of sweepstakes casinos, they're still out here, operating in legal gray zones, offering slot-style games with free entry. Some states are starting to push back, but others haven't caught up yet. For regulated operators, it's like trying to run a marathon while someone else jumps the fence. The business model's shady, but it's drawing real players. Expect more movement on this soon. Let's talk Pennsylvania. The Keystone State set a new handle record in February with over $750 million in bets. But here's the kicker. Sportsbooks only pulled in $34 million in revenue. That's a 33% drop year over year. Why? Low hold, high promos, and yeah, the Eagles won. The books got smoked. Retail books actually lost money. The upside? Online casino revenue hit $262 million, a new daily average record. This is your case study in why operators love iGaming's steady floor. Over to Massachusetts, February handle came in at just over $628 million, with 98% of it online. Even though volume dipped a bit, revenue was way up, $67 million, up 25% from last year. It's one of those months where the numbers tell a bigger story. Mobile dominates, and one underdog win can swing the whole state. Bragg Gaming, maybe not a household name, but these folks are expanding fast in the US. They brought in $110 million last year and now have deals in 6 states, including New Jersey, Michigan, and soon West Virginia. Partnered with Caesars, launched new titles, and they're forecasting another jump this year. It's not flashy, but it's a real sign that the iCasino ecosystem is growing up. Content matters, and tech partners are a big part of the game now. And last one for today. Maverick Gaming's still battling in court over tribal exclusivity in Washington state. They're challenging whether only tribes can offer sports betting under federal law. This case has been simmering for a while, but if it gets picked up by the Supreme Court, it could blow the doors open on the tribal compacts across the country. No verdict yet, but the ripples, already in motion. That's your rundown. Solid slate today. Policy shifts, expansion moves, celebrity chaos, all in a day's roll. I'm Ryder. Catch you tomorrow. Let's roll.
40 mil at the Busters, yeah, and I flew there in a dumpster. Crypto chips, no receipt, roulette table by the ice cream machine. Bragging big on a kiddie floor, next to a claw game by the exit door. You bet it all, red and bold, but bro, the story got fewer facts than gold.